Islam Makhachev, UFC lightweight champion, who just took out the likes of Alexander Volkanovski in his backyard. Yeah, Perth, Australia. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got sour grapes right now. I mean, they were hailing Volkanovski the number one pound for pound fighter of all time. They promoted the fight against he and Islam as, hey, number one versus number two. Who's going to take the top spot? Then he wins that fight. He doesn't even get the top spot. People laugh at him, be like, oh, Volk lost, and they still kept him there. John Jones rolls into town and took the spot that he should have never lost in the first place. Does Islam Makhachev have a legitimate gripe?
No. Why?
Expand.
Yeah. Because he ain't did enough yet. He just got the title. He had one title defense. He's been sleep before. Let's be honest. You're going for that P4P. That's a dominant spot. Hold it down a little bit longer, maybe. But John coming in and then defeating a guy like that. Now, if he would have beat Volkanovski in kind of the first round, same manner that John did, then if I was him, I would stand there and argue a little bit. But you ain't did enough, son. You ain't did enough. And I don't mean to call you son because I don't need you looking around trying to wrestle me down. I'm just saying you ain't did enough. Like all these guys crying, I'm the greatest, I'm the GOAT, and all that. Y'all ain't did enough yet. Let the rankings be the rankings. Let the people do their jobs, and you shut your mouth and you put together the resume to run your mouth and then say it. Don't think you get one fight. Oh, I'm pound for pound. No, you got to pay your dues. And you still got a receipt for something that happened a little bit ago, bro. We still see it. You ain't did enough to get rid of that receipt.
Bro, I agree with you. Look, I'm going to jump off of what you just said about resume and say this. Like, people can jump out there and say, hey, yeah, Islam, you know what I mean? He's looking tremendous, finishing guys. Look, he took the belt, in a fight against the red hot Charles Oliveira, and then went to Perth and took out Alexander Volkanovski. Look who he's beating. John looked terrible against Reyes. Then he went in there and beat Ciryl Gane with a huge hole in his game. And, Islam's beating better guys. He should be number one. No, none of these guys have the resume of John Jones. It doesn't matter if they fought a better guy in their most recent fight. They don't have the longevity. Look, John Jones has been in 15, 16 straight championship fights, all of which he won.
Facts.
So they don't have the resume of a John Jones. There should be no sour grapes or anything going forward as far as pound for pound is concerned, because the only thing that allowed them to take John Jones off or down the list in the first place was inactivity. And we've seen this with Floyd Mayweather.
John Jones.
Right. We've seen this with Floyd Mayweather, number one pound for pound fighter. Oh, he wouldn't fight for a while. They take him out of the list because somebody active is picking up victories. And then Floyd would come back in, win a fight. He's back up top. Well, you got your MMA Floyd, Johnny Bones Jones, hate it or love it. And while we're at it, bro, do you have any qualms with the UFC's pound for pound list right now? I don't know if you can see that.
I'm looking at it.
It's funny they still have Volkanovski above Islam.
I'm
sorry. They say, oh, he was the smaller guy and he looked so good. I'm sorry. Did these guys both not weigh in at 155 pounds? Did they not? They were both lightweights during the fight and he lost the fight. So why the hell are we keeping him there? Like, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. But other than that, do you have any qualms with this list?
Okay, so number one, yes. I think Makhachev should get the number 2 spot. I think Volkanovski should be I almost want to say number 5 and put Kamaru up there. I think Leon should be a little bit further down. I think Leon Pereira should be 7 and 8, flip-floppy. I think those other Kamaru and Adesanya should be above those two. If they defend them and beat them, then Kamaru them should be dropping on down. That's the only thing I say. I think Leon is up too high. I think he's up too high. He got stalked and slapped, and he stumbled in the ring. He ain't really did anything. I don't consider him a pound for pound beast. I don't see it. He did get a head kick. He got dominated the whole fight and landed that head kick. He's not number 4 to me. No way. No way.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that was just gonna ramble on.
I think we need to stop throwing new champions on pound for pound lists. Let them hold their throne, defend their title. If the guy they beat was on the pound for pound list, it's probably because they did that. They held the throne for a while. They generated buzz and had people using their imagination thinking, would the power translate up of a division? Would the cardio translate? Would their style translate? Pound for pound, it's all hypothetical. It's a fake list. Why would we throw a new champion on there? You know what I mean? It's like, throwing a new champion on there is like, yeah, they did the damn thing. They got the fight. They won the fight. Okay. But a pound for pound list, bro. When you start thinking pound for pound is after you've already sunned the division and you're like, okay, well, where's this guy stack up with the rest of them? So I don't know. That's where I feel.
I just look real quick and then we can let this go. I think Dustin Poirier and Charles Oliveira should definitely be up above Leon Edwards. Should be up above Alex. Like, what? This guy came in, he only had 7 fights and he's above Poirier. We know what Poirier's done did. We know exactly what we're going to get from that guy. Oliveira, yes, he got beat by Makhachev, but I remember when these guys were scared of him. I remember when he went on his back, they stood there like, what? Like, come on. That's a pound for pound that you're scared of. Leon Edwards, what are you scared of? Alex, what are you scared of? He just beat. We all know he probably can't wrestle. So his next title defense, anybody that's got some grapple, might be barbecue chicken again, man. We never know. So I agree. I think this pound for pound should be a lot more sustained for fighters who hold it longer, more than one title defense.
I don't even think Dustin Poirier should be on this list, if I'm being honest. I mean, I respect the fuck out of Dustin Poirier's game, but the man has never been a world champion. He's never been an undisputed world champion, never once. So.
He hasn't.
I mean, it is what it is.
But yeah.
Let me segue away from this.
Yes.
Next topic being, on topic being what is the tallest task? Becoming a champion or staying a champion?
Honestly, seeing that Leon got lucky with the last round, in the last dying minutes, he landed a head kick. Mm-hmm. I think staying a champion is harder than becoming a champion. You just got to get lucky. There's
so many ways to lose.
Yes, there's so many ways. I mean, you have everything against you because you down there have to knock the champ out to win. But I think getting there, it's a hard fight. But I think once you taste victory and then you defend victory and then you defend victory, where's the motivation going? Because some of these guys, like Adesanya, he really hurt me because when he went in there, he was willing to die in the ring when he fought Gastelum. And he was.
I mean, that's what he said.
That's what he said. He mumbled it. And then you see him 3-4 title defense later, and he's talking about why would I take that chance and lose this kind of money? And we see that, he's not risky anymore. He's not that. I get it. It's a lot to lose, but staying a champion to me is harder than becoming a champion.
I mean, I completely agree.
Has a chance to become a champion.
Not everybody. That's too strong with it. But listen. What I'm saying is, I agree with you. Staying a champion is a lot harder. And I'll let me expand. But first, before I expand, Adesanya saying that he's ready to die in there. I think that if Kelvin Gastelum would have beat him to win an inch of his life and said, "Hey, Izzy, you got an inch of your life left. I can take that too, but I'll let you keep that. I'll let you keep that if you want to keep going." He would have kept that Izzy would have been like, "Yeah, bro, let me keep the inch, cuz." You know what I mean? He can say that he's ready to die. But if that inch was right there, he would have been like, I think I might keep that inch. That's all I'm saying. But let me expand on staying a champion. Getting an opportunity for a title fight could be you're popular, you won a few fights, maybe you weren't tested in X and Y ways like a Ciryl Gane. Maybe you were, and you achieved. You overcame. You had a run like none other. And they said, hey, it's you versus the champ next. You get in there and you perform, you get the belt. Now everybody in every camp in your weight division is watching you, and they are breaking down your weaknesses, the holes and divots in your game. And then they see how you perform against your first title defense. A guy's a heavy grappler. You take him out. They see how you perform in your next title defense. A wonderful striker. You knock him out, et cetera, et cetera. Sooner or later, that guy is going to come along and have that night and walk away with the gold. Again, there is so many ways to lose. You can be dominating a fight from pillar to post and be within 2 minutes of a title defense and get freaking sent to the land of wind and ghosts. It is 100% more, or it is 100% a taller task to hold the belt on the throne and fend off your detractors, the contenders, if you will, than it is to perform, you know what I mean, at a championship level in a championship fight for one night. Conor McGregor, one of the biggest guys in the sport. He's won 2 belts in Cage Warriors. He won 2 belts in the UFC. He's never even, the guys will give him an opportunity because it's a money fight. Why would they not give him an opportunity? It's a money fight. They'll give him an opportunity. Let me finish. It's a money fight. Listen, in Cage Warriors, you know what I mean? It's a different ball game. In the UFC, completely different ball game. Biggest stage. Conor McGregor is willing to accept those. He says, "Hey, I'm giving you guys an opportunity. I'm going to change your bum lives. Give you and your wife red panty night." But at the end of the day, they are giving him an opportunity to become a world champion. And when the shoe is on the other foot, whom has Conor McGregor given an opportunity to become a world champion? Nobody. Not one person. The man's won 4 belts and he's not paid it forward and given one person a chance to become a world champion. And that is a fact. What is your thoughts on that?
You just took the words out of my mouth because I was going to say this man has no title defenses. At least I know in the UFC, he has no title defenses. And he's getting title shot after title shot after title shot. So,
right.
he just blew the sport up, man.
Yeah, see, a lot of people harp on the title defense thing. So he has no title defenses, but I just take a different look at it from a different perspective. Given the opportunity, if you fight me, I'm giving you the opportunity to make a lot of money. Great, a lot of money, awesome. That's a wonderful opportunity. I make a lot of money, but whom are you paying it forward to and given the opportunity to become a world champion? You held 4 belts. You didn't give one guy that's coming up like you, that's sweating and bleeding in the gym and putting it all on the line like you. Those guys coming up in the rankings. Who have you given an opportunity to become a world champion? Nobody. And that don't sit right with me. I'm just saying.